all the good pictures. Okay, so I think I want to just like verify that we're recording really quick.
I think so. Something came up on my screen with a little
Did it? Okay.
flashing red light. Oh, yeah, it says recording.
Oh, great. Okay, good. Well, awesome. Let me go back to my screen share. Resume share. Okay, so hi, Jen, and welcome everybody. I'm going to get this going. All right. So we are here today to talk about a new program that has been developed for the wellness advocates on this whole team evolution that we have, and for people who really love their oils and kind of want to get rolling beyond using them. So a plan to get a business going to really like the first meaningful rank in doTERRA, right, to elite. And we want to make sure that we watch through the whole video so you can get to the best part of the whole program. So this is all about deciding to connect and create something bigger than just using your oils, and launching through a 90-day journey to put some real momentum into starting your own business. And I'm here with Genevieve Kennedy, who is one of my dearest friends and business executive, and has a love for oils. And so I just wanted to have kind of a conversation with you, because the cool thing about this is it's really attainable for anyone. It doesn't require a high level of leadership to get to the point of elite rank. And it's really just about sharing from your heart, right? And so Jen's a master sharer of pretty much everything, and especially her oils. And I know you really love your oils, and I just kind of wanted to have a little conversation around it. You know, you're recommending them all the time, and in the beginning, when everybody starts on this idea of sharing them, you kind of come up against, you know, thought patterns, maybe fears, maybe it's feeling like you have a lack of knowledge to do a class, or a lack of tools, or it could be a lot of different things, or you're just overwhelmed, you have a full plate. And I think typically it's like an overwhelming feeling. So I just kind of wanted to take you back, because there is something that typically prevents us from sharing and getting out there and towards doing around this idea of building a business, because typically we're all involved in a lot of stuff, either whether it's like managing a household or punching a time card, or in school or things like that. So let's go back to when you first got your oil kit, and how did you feel about when you first got the oils in your home?
I was really excited. It was a very new world for me. I am not, as I've said a million times, I'm not a particularly green mom. I certainly live fairly healthy, but not, just sort of not going down that path as much as you were, say. And you came to my door and brought oils to my sick child, and I was so impressed, and finally got my kit. And it's funny, you talk about being a master share. I was picturing myself as we were having this conversation, and I carried my little family physician kit like everywhere I went, because I just wanted everyone to smell them. You know, I took them to a restaurant to show my brother, and I took them to school because people wanted to know. And so I think you kind of get your kit, and you're so excited, and everything smells great, and you've spent your money, and then you kind of go, okay, now what? Like you use them a lot right away, and you're kind of not sure. And so, you're putting lavender in the kids' rooms, or trying to make your house smell pretty, or, if there's a specific sort of issue, someone's got a cold or something. And then the sort of reality sets in, like, oh, I need to figure out how to really incorporate these into my everyday life. And that's where you feel comfortable that you can go to the person who sold you your oils, or you can join a Facebook group, or you can ask a question and get better at that. And now it's hard for me to even imagine that, because they just so are a part of my everyday life.
Right. It definitely does take time. And in the beginning, a lot of research and trial and error, and I definitely became like obsessed with researching and like spending time learning about different protocols, recipes, just this whole new world. I mean, I really, when I very first started too, it was like that. It's funny because I came to you seeming more green, but I had no real foundation of that either before I started. I mean, of course, I think probably just being a mom, I started to learn more about this idea of everything that we put in our body and we breathe and put in on our skin, and how that affected my kids. I think I was more concerned about it than myself ever before then. So it's interesting what starts to happen when you start incorporating them into your home.
Absolutely.
And then also, did it ever enter your mind that it would be something like that you could start sharing these with people beyond just the excitement of the use that you were experiencing? I know, besides not being able to say no to me and asking you if you would host an oil class, could you speak to the idea of wanting to go through this process yourself?
Yeah. To answer your first question, it absolutely did not enter my mind in the first place. Mm-hmm. A sort of direct marketing company is not something I thought that I would want to be a part of. And sharing doTERRA is certainly not something I felt qualified to do in any way. Mm-hmm. And the thing was, though, I was sharing doTERRA, I couldn't stop talking about the effects they were having on our life at school, my child's music class, at the doctor's office, wherever we were. And so I was sending a lot of business your way. And then we talked about hosting a class. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I want to do that for my friend. Well, that might give me a little taste of where my friends are coming from and how many of them are interested. And I was surprised at how many of them were interested in not just to buy a bottle of lemon because they came to my house, but to actually get a family physician kit and incorporate them into their lives. And to be honest, some of the people who use the oils so faithfully now are ones that I would have never in my wildest dreams thought would have been interested, which is probably what someone would have said about me before I started using them as well. So that's...
Yeah, you really just never know, right?
Yeah. And it starts to change your perspective because when you've brought this one healthy habit into your life that works so well, you do start looking at other things. Maybe I should be looking at using shampoo that has less chemicals in it, or toothpaste for my kids, and and even stuff that you couldn't replace with a doTERRA product, just food with processed ingredients and all of those things. So
right. It definitely starts like a domino effect, and in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Right? So, and which has brought me to a point where I do see that ripple effect and how much that really contributes to the overall well-being of the world, one person at a time. So it's really, I feel like, a very key and effective tool in doing that. And which kind of is the foundation for why I wanted to do what we're going to talk about today in this, launching this program for people who maybe like you. I mean, it excites me. It excites me to think about, we have so many wonderful people who use the product as a part of our organization on this Team Evolution. There's probably been, between all of us, close to 500 people just who've experienced the product, which is amazing. And I'm really blessed to have been involved in that. So I'm really happy at the idea of our customers maintaining their excitement about the product and continuing to use and to grow. And over the last 2.5 years, I'd say most people are going to be really happy to stay in that position and grow slowly in their own way, in their own time. But I would bet that there's a good 20% of those people who have had it cross their mind of curiosity to share their love of oils because they are doing it anyway. And what would that be like for them in their life? And so over the next 3 months, we are going to baby step our way through launching this business together. I feel like the time is now on our team. I feel ready, and I think there are several other people who feel ready. And so again, I'm probably not going to do this again until maybe toward the end of the year, if at all. We're going to kind of have to see how that shakes out. But the first month is going to start February 1st, and it's going to be all about just sharing your love of the oils because you believe that they help people. Sampling, talking about them, like you were saying, taking them places, just doing your thing and not holding back this experience that you've had. And then months 2 and 3 are going to be really setting the foundation for your business so that you're not going to continue to have to constantly start over and over again if we can follow through with a few simple basic steps. And so you're going to maintain that consistency of the people that are in your organization and teaching them more and more about the lifestyle that you've learned. So month 1 is going to be like really creating that excitement around the product and sharing and sampling. And then month 2 is going to be about teaching your first class. And I'm going to go through all the basics that you need to know and keep it really simple for you so that anybody could do this. And in time, if you want to develop your own spin on things, as we may dig into and discover for you, then you can get a little bit more fancy with this. But we're going to keep it really simple and doable for anyone. And month 2 will be about teaching your class. So like month 1, you're going to say, hey, here's a sample of peppermint. And let me know how you love it. And here's some ways you can use it, and give them a little bit of like a card of a reference or send them some kind of information on that. And then stay in touch with them and say, next month I'm going to have a class in my home every, like say, Wednesday night. We're going to find some time in your schedule where you can either in a public space or in your home space once a week create some kind of a sharing class experience, whether it's one-on-one or a small class every week. And I would love for you to come and learn and see if it's a fit. And most people are like smelling that peppermint and they're like done. They hear your little bit of a story about what it could do, and usually it'll sell itself with that experience. So I'm going to teach you through the program how to book your classes off of classes in the future for month 3. So, and then we're going to keep this flow going so that it's going to stay consistent with you and your business and as your business develops. So does that sound like something that's exciting? I'm excited about it. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I am excited about it. I think it's great.
Awesome. I'm really, really excited. And I think it will just inspire a lot of people to bring a new level of living in their highest self, which is what's awesome about this whole business. I feel like that was one of the things I jumped into it for, was that it's kind of a personal development. It makes you face some of those fears that you come up against. So here's the thing. You will learn how to hit elite in this time, so by the end of April, and building a team on from there if you choose to do so. So elite is like the foundational rank in doTERRA. And when you get there, if you're able to teach 3 people how to reach elite, then you have reached the silver rank. Teaching 9 and you hit platinum, and 12 is a diamond. So, I mean, that's it. It's really the foundation of the whole shebang. It doesn't have to get too crazy out there. So what you will need to do from here on out, I'm going to run through these slides after we finish, and we can just answer any questions you might have. So to get started, you're going to need to register by the end of this month of January by simply going on to the Team Evolution's Facebook page. After this has been posted, this recording, I'll also post a document that has like a checklist of things that you need to do. But essentially, it's just becoming a registered wellness advocate or upgrading from a customer to a wellness advocate on our team, and then sending me an email and letting me know that you're in. Along with a few other things like establishing your monthly LRP for 100 PV or more, which is how you will earn commissions for sharing. And so there is that commitment for the 3 months to do $100 PV LRP for February, March, and April. So you commit, you set it up, you take a look at your calendar for some dates in the future where you can set up your classes. And also every Tuesday, we are going to, about this midday time, have a recorded team call with basic action steps to take in that week's time. And then you'll also want to set up, we're going to set up some one-on-one conversations either once or twice a month with me, just to check in with you, see how things are going, what kind of hurdles you're coming up against, or whatever it is that you want to discuss for the growth of your business. And for doing that and for committing, the time is really right for our team. So I am making an investment in each and every one of you. And for your commitment, I'm going to send you $50 cash so that you can get your materials together. And upon completion, then I'm going to give everybody who reaches Elite by the end of April 100 PV towards any oils or product or supply that you may need going forward. And so that's it. And we'll dig into whatever your why is, and we'll help you get there. And I'm opening up like 10 spots for this, so no more than that. And yeah, so let's get in touch and get you registered. Do you have any other questions? I'm going to just run through these slides so that people who may be watching this, if you have never met me, get an idea how to get in touch with me. Here's my email that you'll get your PayPal from, and you can email me your commitment. And also, if you are not on Facebook, you can I can email you the registration document. And then, I do believe that everybody deserves to be vibrant, and through sharing this business, it really has helped me hold myself radically accountable to those behaviors and being a more expression of what I truly believe. So I did not always, like we talked about a little bit earlier, have this natural lifestyle in place. It's really been an evolution over the last few years, but my baby's inspired a lot of that, as we talked about. So here is a little glimpse at who the people are who I think would fit this program. And I would like for everybody to kind of consider that main question, if you haven't asked yourself already. If you do nothing different, will you be happy with everything being the same way in 5, 10, 25 years? And it may be something that you need to sit within yourself and really see where you're at. Because it's not something that happens overnight, and it's not a quick fix. It's not like your typical network marketing, like get rich quick thing. It really does take a desire, a drive, and a love for the product, and a desire to serve people. And so those are the people that we want on our team, right? All right. And so here's basically what we need to do from here on out if you have decided to be on board. And we kind of went through that a little bit. So you guys can read through that. Anything you want to add, Jen? Or any questions?
No, well, I think you're doing a good job, babe.
Right. So like I said too, the document that for registration will have this stuff spelled out on it as well, but to give people an idea who are considering, these are the items that you would need to get you started this month in preparation for month 1, which is February 1st. So in becoming a part of the team and the Tuesday calls, you will need those supplies that I'm going to give you. The startup funds for would be great to use towards samples, towards your first class in a box, which I'm going to suggest be our class that we use to get started in learning the basics, because it is so attainable for everyone and is such a nice blank canvas. It doesn't make it too overwhelming. And then if you have a special message that you feel like you're using doTERRA as a vehicle to deliver, you can expand beyond those basics. And then I have some suggested items that you might decide to add to your loyalty rewards orders that are required for the 3-month period. So I really believe that when sleeping women wake, mountains move. And that's kind of the foundation of why I decided to call my business Essence of the Awakened Seed, because I just think it's a beautiful thing when we decide to really own our true abilities and step into action. So here's a little snippet, sneak peek preview of what we're going to go over in month 1. So starting February, we're going to go over the basic flow of how the business works, and also just dig really deep into why you decide to do this. And so that is something that people experience when they are in that class experience with you. So I hope it gives you a good idea of what's to come and excites you, motivates you. And I know you guys are such an inspiration to me, and I really am looking forward to helping people on this journey that I have been on for a long time and seeing how that elevates your life. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Jen or myself, or any of your direct upline that's on Team Evolution. And yeah, we're excited. Next week, on Tuesday, I'll post all the details for what's to come. I am also going to create like an ebook workbook for us to kind of go through all these things together. And that will come after you get registered. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day, love.
Thank you. You too.
It's so nice to see you as always.
You too. Yes.
Yeah.
This has been good. This is great.
Good.
Super helpful.
Good. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording really quick. Bye, everybody.